Good morning, children. Welcome to science class. So, in science, we have completed with block 20, isn't it, children? So, let's start with block 21, which is force. Okay. So, in this, our first topic is effects of force. Okay. So, please open your science content book, children, and turn to page number 130. Okay, so before learning what are the effects of force, let's first learn what is a force. A force is nothing but a push or a pull of a thing is nothing but a force. We use some force to push things away from us and to pull things towards us. Isn't it, children? So that is nothing but force. Okay, and what are the effects of force? This force can make things to move. Okay, when we are pulling or pushing, the things will be moving, isn't it? When you're pulling it towards yourself, you will grab your book, hold it, and you will pull it, and it comes to you, isn't it? That means the object is moving, the thing is moving, isn't it, children? And also it can change the direction of the moving object. See, if you take any ball game like cricket or hockey or football, any game which is related to the ball will be moving, isn't it? For example, if you say cricket, the bowler will be throwing the ball towards the batsman, isn't it, children? He will be throwing towards the batsman. But the batsman, what does he do? He puts some effect and hit the ball, and the direction of ball will be changing, isn't it, children? It will be moving towards the bowler or to the other places, isn't it? Actually, the ball has to come to toward is coming towards the batsman. It should hit the wickets and move forward like that. But with the force, the batsman, when he is hitting the ball, the direction of ball is changing, isn't it? It might be hockey also, it might be football also. The football will be moving, isn't it? The sports person who is playing that football will be kicking the ball to the other direction towards his teammates, isn't it, children? So because of that force, we can say that the force can change the direction of moving object, or sometimes it might stop also. Okay, how a moving object is there? If you hold it, or if you catch it, then the object stops, isn't it, children? When the batsman hit the ball, it goes into the air, and if the fielder catches it, it stops its motion, isn't it? The ball will be in the hands of the field person, the other person in the cricket, isn't it? Who's catching that ball. In the same way, the goalkeeper in any game, it might be a hockey game, it might be a football, any game, the goalkeeper catches or holds the ball so that it don't go further and hit the goal, isn't it? So with that, we can stop it? With some force only, isn't it, children? With some force we have to stop that, with some force, with applying some force, isn't it? That means a force can push a object. That means it can make the object to move, to change its direction, and also to stop the moving object, isn't it, children? And also force can also change the shape of the object. And if you see, children, here there is a Coke tin and a Pepsi tin, which is nice, isn't it? Which will be generally, but if you apply force on it to crush it, can you see how the shape of the Coke tin and the Pepsi can have changed? How it will change? When we apply some force, isn't it? If you apply some force, automatically the shape of the object changes, isn't it? So if you see the sponge, okay, when you wipe the wet, it absorbs the water, yes, and when you're squeezing it, it it crushes inside it, isn't it, children? It goes inside. If you see in your content book, you have a picture of the sponge when we are squeezing it, isn't it? That means the shape of the sponge is changing. And in the same way, when we squeeze the lemon, for if when we are making the lemon juice or orange juice, when we'll squeeze it, isn't it? That means the shape of that fruit has been changing, isn't it, children? Yes. So in this way, force have its effects. Okay, that means it make the things to move. It can stop the thing moving objects. It can change the direction of the object, and it can also change the shape of the object. Okay. And this force is mainly divided into many types. It has many types. Forces can be of many types depending what is pushing, what is pulling, based on that. Okay, that different types of force we will learn in this topic wise, like magnetic force, gravitational force, friction, we will learn in the next classes. Okay, children. So for this topic I have given few keywords in your daily schedule, children. Please write it down in your classwork, learn them, and also underline in your content book. And if you find any other word difficult for you, you can include in your keywords and learn them. Okay. Now coming to your question answers. What is force? Give an example of force. So force is nothing but push or pull, isn't it? Force. What is an example? You can write any example, children, when we are pulling something, some book or toys, or pushing. Okay, opening your drawer of your study table, anything. Okay, here I have written, when we pull our toys we use force. Okay. Next, what are the effects of force on an object? So you can write that force can make the things to move. It changes the direction of moving objects. It can stop the moving object, and it can also change the shape of an object. Okay, all these you can write it down. Okay, so write these two answers in your classwork and please learn it, children. Coming to your homework, complete the volume book 3, page number 25, S1, effects of force. Okay, so in the next class we will learn the magnetic force as well as the gravitational force, children. Okay, so see you in the next class, children. Bye.